Today we're going to be ranking all Generation 1 Pokemon, but with a twist. You see, I'm actually going to be ranking them based off if I think they're edible or not, and how good of a meal they would make. Some of them might give you a tummy ache, some of them might be a little poisonous, some of them might just make you but regardless, we're going to be ranking all of them, so go ahead and comment down below what Generation 1 Pokemon you think would be the most edible, and go ahead and leave a like and subscribe for Generation 2 after this. Now that awkward intro is out of the way. Alright, let's just hop right into it. First off, we're going to start with Bulbasaur, of course. I really think that Bulbasaur would be edible. I know it is a poison type, but I think you could like cook the poison out of Bulbasaur and make like some frog legs or something. So I'm going to put him in the B tier. However, the rest of... I'm going to put Ivysaur and probably would give me a tummy ache. I think its poison would get stronger. So, you know, I don't really want my tummy to ache. But the rest of them, they would send me to the hospital. Like, I think their poison would be too strong. Especially the Mega and the Gigantamax form. Now, for Charmander, you know, it could be in a B tier too. I think it would really be edible. As for Charmeleon, I think it's the same thing, you know. Some people eat lizards. I've never eaten a lizard before. I do wonder what it would taste like. And really, I think all of the Charizard, like the Charmander line, could fall under this category. Now, this list is not based off if this thing would kill me if we tried to go eat it. This is just if it was presented to be eaten. Would I eat it, and would it hurt me? So I think all of the Charizard line would be like, I bet they taste like chicken, honestly. Squirtle, it's gonna go in finger licking good. I mean, it's just a little turtle. It's gonna be good. And then same with Wartortle. Honestly, same with all of it. The Blastoise line and its Mega and Gigantamax form, I think they'd be really good. I do think Caterpie would be kind of bland. I really don't see it being any good. Same with... I think Metapod would actually give me a tummy ache, and so would Butterfree. Except Gigantamax Butterfree, I think would send me to the hospital. Feel like they would give me a tummy ache. Weedle would send me to the hospital. Kakuna would probably, I don't know, would give me a tummy ache. I think Weedle is more poisonous than Kakuna, but I could be wrong there. And definitely Beedrill would send me to the hospital. I'm sure that you can remove the poison. I think the Pidgey line, Pidgeotto, Pidgey, I think they'd be pretty edible, you know? It's just a bird. We eat birds all the time. Duck. That's the only bird I can think of right now. A goose. So I think it'd be okay. Now, this next one, Rattata, would definitely give me a tummy ache. I mean, I don't know what kind of diseases the Rattata line carries. So I think Raticate also would give me a tummy ache. I don't think they'd kill me. I mean, they might give me an STD or something crazy like that, but like I don't think it would be like bad. And then Spearow and Fearow, along the same lines as Pidgey, I really do think they would be good to eat. I think they would taste really good. Now this is gonna be crazy. I actually would say Ekans, if you removed his poison, because I don't think his whole body's poisonous. Like I'm thinking some of these are, you know, but like I don't think Ekans is. I think it's just like a snake. You remove the poison gland and then bada boom. Snake's pretty good from what I'm told. Now Arbok though, I think would give me a tummy ache. I think Arbok is a little more advanced. I just don't really think that it would be good, but I could be wrong. So next is going to be Pikachu. Pikachu, I bet Pikachu would be kind of bland, you know? Now, I bet Gigantamax Pikachu would be really good. It's just like, you'd make a good steak, you know? Just kind of a little fatty, and I'm sure it just has some like really good parts to it. Now Raichu, I'm gonna go put him in the bland. Same with a Alolan Raichu. I just really don't think they would taste like anything and not crazy good. Sandshrew, give me a tummy ache. It's gonna taste like sand. Now, you know, I'll put the Alolan Sandshrew in C tier because it's probably just like sucking on some ice. you know, but I'm going to put Sandslash back into D tier and then Alolan Sandslash into C tier. Now, the whole Nidorino, Nidoran line, whatever, would give me a tummy ache. I think, like, I don't think they would be very good. I think, especially Nidoking, it would be, like, really tough. And they're poison types, so, like, I just think that it would just give me a tummy ache and maybe, like, just be a little too tough to chew. I would eat a Clefairy and a Clefable. I really think that they taste like marshmallows. I don't know why, but I think that they would just, like, you would take a bite of them and, like, they would just, like, have marshmallow filling. That's gonna be my reasoning for that one. Vulpix, I've never heard of a fox being eaten, but I really don't I think it'd be bland. Same with the Alolan Vulpix. Any of the Alolan, like, ice type things, which is 2 of them, I really don't think would be crazy good. Ninetales, I think would just be all, like, fur, you know? Like, I think it should be bland and, like, a little blah. Jigglypuff is gonna be along the same lines as Clefairy, except instead of marshmallow fluff, I really think it's, like, more of a cotton candy texture. Just don't get Jigglypuff wet or else it'll just, like, melt. Zubat would give me a tummy ache. I mean, like, I don't know what bats carry. Same with Golbat and all of them. I really don't know what they would carry, but I feel like they would make me sick. Oddish, I think it would just be bland. I really don't think it would be good. Gloom though, Gloom and Vileplume, based on what they're based on, would send me to the hospital. Like 1000%. Paris, it would take over my mind. I would meet Arceus. Like, be real with me. I'm eating, the Paris itself would probably be fine, but the fungus that's infecting its brain would infect my brain, and then I'd become like a zombie. And then we're just gonna have, you know, The Last of Us all over again. Venonat, you're gonna be bland. I really do think Venomoth, you might give me a tummy ache though. Diglett, I think it's along the same lines. It tastes like dirt, especially a Alolan Diglett. I just really don't see it being good. So I'm gonna put it in D tier. Meowth, it's gonna be bland. It's a bland Pokemon and it's a bland, you know, I think all of it would be bland, except, you know, it's a Alolan form and its normal form would be bland, but its Galarian form, I think would give me a tummy ache. I mean, like, it's got like iron fur, doesn't it? Or just like a Berserker. Psyduck would be really good. And so would Golduck. I think they would taste really good. Now, the Mankey line, I think would give me a tummy ache. I think they would be a little too tough to chew. I think it's just because they, like, you know, it's just all muscle and there's no fat. Growlithe, I think you could eat it several times a week. Now, I think that the alternate form would not be that great because it is a rock type, so, like, it'd be a little crunchy. Might give you a little tummy ache from that. Poliwag, I'm gonna say I could eat it a couple times a week. It's more of like that frog thing, and it does look delicious. But I think Poliwrath would be a little too meaty. I'm gonna put it bland. Well, I think Abra and them would just be bland. I don't think that they got any, like, fat or muscle to them. So I really don't think that they'd kind of get anywhere. Same with Alakazam. Mega, I really think it'd just be bland. Machop line, tummy ache, for sure. Would Bellsprout send me to the hospital? I think Bellsprout would be kind of bland. Same with Weeping Bell. I do think a Victory Bell would send me to the hospital. I don't know why. I just imagine it's like a little pot of poison, you know? Tentacruel would send me to the hospital, 100%. 100,000%. Just eating it right off of there. So would all of the Geodude line. Like, they're rocks. Why would you want to eat rocks? I think I could eat Ponyta, especially Galarian Ponyta and Rapidash, once a week. Maybe more, you know? One looks like cotton candy. The other is just already a pre-cooked horse. Slowpoke. They say it's a delicacy, so I'm going to trust the lore on Slowpoke God here, and we're going to put them up in finger licking good. However, I think after that, I would put into the tummy ache category because that shell just looks like a nightmare. Like, I would not want to eat that. Magnemite would just, and Magneton, they would just send me to Arceus. Like, I'm just eating straight metal. That would tear my insides up. Farfetch'd, I bet, is really good because it comes with its own side, right? A little leek, so you can cook it with the leek. Doduo and Dotrio, I think would be good. It's along the same lines of like the bird concept. Now, seal. I think seal and dugong would taste great. Maybe a little fatty, so it's kind of be a little bit of a workout to digest there. Grimer would just can me. Like, come on, let's be completely honest. You really think that that thing is gonna taste good at all, let alone not kill us? Shelder, I bet you Shelder, like I could eat it a couple times a week. Same with Cloyster. I think that they would be kind of fun to eat, actually. Ghastly. It's a ball of gas. I don't think it'd like taste like anything. I think the rest would give me a tummy ache, like the whole line. But I think that's all. You know, Onyx would send me to the hospital. What do you put Drowsy at? I'm gonna say he'd be bland, just like his design, just a little bland. Krabby, peak Pokemon cuisine. Crab legs, Pokemon, like come on. That's not even a competition. Voltorb, send me to the hospital. They would just send me straight to the hospital. They're just a ball of electricity, and one's made of wood. Imagine getting splinters between your teeth. Execute, I bet that would be pretty good. You know, it's just eggs. Now, Executor, I think it'd be a little bland, you know, tastes like a tree. Cubone, I think Cubone would taste really good. That sadness inside of it really brings out the flavor. Marowak, I think, would be kind of bland though. Alolan Marowak, I think that these two here, Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, also would be kind of bland. Now, Lickitung, I think would be like crazy good. You know, like people eat cow's tongue and stuff. I think Lickitung would be amazing. Coughing would probably send me to the hospital. It is just a bunch of noxious fumes. Same with the Rhyhorn line. They're just rock. They wouldn't be that good. Chansey though, I think would be good. She comes with her own soft-boiled egg, and you know, you could just crack it over her, fry her up a little bit. I think it'd be good. Tangela reminds me of spaghetti, so I think Tangela would also be really good. Kangaskhan, I think it'd be bland. I mean, I know it's like a 2-for-1 deal. You know, you get the kid and the mom, but like, I just don't feel like they would taste like anything or too good. I don't know how a seahorse would taste, but I think they would taste all right. I'm gonna put the Seadra line kind of in B tier, assuming that like fish is pretty good all around. Same with Goldeen, just reminds me of eating my pet goldfish, so it's really good. I think Staryu would be kind of like bland. I think it would be very chewy, and it's based off a starfish, so if you didn't eat it fast enough, you know, would be a crazy long time, it would start regenerating. Now it is an infinite food source if that's the case, so maybe I'm gonna put Mr. Mime actually in A tier, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. You can use your own imagination. Same with Mr. Rhyme. Scyther, I think it would give me a tummy ache. It's a bug. Like, ooh. Jinx, I think it would give me a tummy ache too. I don't know. There's a lot of like fabric on this Pokemon. I'm assuming that's fabric. Do you think Jinx's skin is that dress? Or do you think it found a dress? That's a really disturbing thought. Electabuzz, tummy ache. Same with Magmar. I think they would just be a little eh. I think Pinsir would be bland, but I don't think it would give me a tummy ache. Now, Tauros, I think we put in A tier. It's just like a little bowl. Like, I bet it would taste kind of good. Same with Magikarp. We're gonna put Magikarp in A tier because it's just a fish. But we're gonna put Gyarados in the B tier because I think that one's like a more acquired taste. I just don't find him tasting as appealing as a Magikarp. Lapras. I'm gonna put Lapras in like C. I don't know. I just don't feel like it would actually taste that good, especially since it has that shell and it's gonna cast Perish Song before it dies. So then you've got to deal with that whole thing. Just a no from me. However, we're gonna put Ditto in S tier and leave that one at that. I bet Eevee, if you got I bet it's like a B tier. Like, it's got that fur and all, but I bet it does taste good. And then Vaporeon, I think Vaporeon's more like a fish, so I'm gonna put it in A tier. I bet it just it does taste good. But Jolteon, I think would give me a tummy ache. I think Flareon would be bland though. Like Jolteon would kind of be like, oh, that's not working with me. But I think Flareon would just be like, oh, that was a nice kind of meal. Porygon, I think it'd just be like, if you ever eaten like a CD, that's what I feel like it'd be like. If you chew it up enough, you won't be hurt too bad. So I think we'll put it in the bland tier. I don't think it would hospitalize me or give me a tummy ache, but I do think it would be a little crunchy. Omastar, B tier. I think it would be okay. I don't know. It wouldn't be great, but I think it would be like edible. Like I could go to a restaurant that serves it every once in a while and get it as like a side. Kabuto, I'm gonna put tummy ache region. Same with Kabutops. I really don't feel like they're any good. I mean, you never know. Aerodactyl, I think would just be bland. You know, it might have a little bit of like a rough texture to it since it's a rock type, but I think it is an easier rock type to cook than like a Geodude or something that is pure rock, because it looks like Aerodactyl at least has flesh. Snorlax has to be peak cuisine. Think about it. He eats so much. He's already like a stuffed turkey. Like you don't have to do any of that. He's already stuffed. So why wouldn't you want to eat him? You know? Like I feel like it's just free. I'm gonna put all the birds in B tier. No, I'm gonna put Articuno in B tier. I think I'm gonna put Zapdos in C tier. I really don't think it would taste that good, but then I'm gonna put Moltres in A tier because it reminds me of fried chicken, and I think that it would taste like fried chicken, you know? Articuno might taste a little off, but I think it would taste kind of like a rabbit. I don't know. Dratini. I think Dratini would be bland, and so would Dragonair. I think Dragonite would be better. Something just tells me like it has like its energy would really make it pop. I think Mewtwo would give me a tummy ache though. Like all the Mewtwo forms. And you might be like, well, they would like kill you. Like I do get that, but I think they would try to make my tummy ache when I ate them, you know? I think if a Mewtwo dies, it's still sentient. And then Mew. I think Mew would be nice. I think it goes along the same line. Well, no, you know what? We're gonna actually put an S tier, and here's why. I think it's along the same lines of Ditto. It could literally be anything that you want. You know, you could eat it. It could be chicken. It could be fish. You can make it become any meal that you desire. And I think that's like peak Pokemon cuisine. All right, and that's all Gen 1 Pokemon ranked based off if I would think they would be edible or not. Tell me what your favorite Gen 1 Pokemon is to eat out of this list, or if you think that one of my choices was wrong. Maybe you think something is edible or something wouldn't be edible. Anyways, tell me which one y'all would eat down below, and I'll see you on the next one. Later, trainers.